Earth Day, in case you didn't know, and Mayor Bruce Harrell is working to set up the Emerald City for a green future. Mayor Harrell issued an executive order today directing the city to update its climate action plan. That plan was originally released in 2013. The mayor's order calls for it to be audited and updated with new goals to increase the city's climate resilience, build a green economy, and protect public health. The goal is to unveil a new climate action plan by 2026. And remember, the city is trying to be carbon neutral by 2050. Right now, transportation, though, is the area that needs work the most. That sector accounts for almost 60% of all emissions. Now, one way to help our planet is by producing less waste. So joining me now is Emma Heasley with Seattle Zero Waste. So Emma, thank you for coming on today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we want to talk about what does it mean to be zero waste?
Now, when you say zero waste, it can sound really daunting. It sounds like you have to have absolutely no trash or you're failing. That is not what it's about, right? We don't live in a world that allows us to be completely zero waste. So the goal is to reduce that waste. Find ways to reduce your single-use packaging, find ways to reuse the things in your home for other things. You know, that jar that you use for pasta, that can be a, pencil holder for your kids. You know, there's a lot of different ways to reduce that and have that mindset without it being a, black and white, I have to do everything all at once.
I think it's really important to reflect, especially on Earth Day, about what can we do and why is this important. So from your perspective, why is zero waste important, living that life?
I think it's really important because without changing our mindset around the things that we bring into our lives, the things that we buy, we're going to continue to snowball out of control on this planet, continue to put more things into the ocean. There's actually about 5 just trash piles in the ocean that are the size of small countries. So it's really important for us to kind of heal our relationship with stuff and figure out ways to reduce that so that we can, reduce that impact that we have on the planet.
Yeah, it really is important. And I know, like you said, it can be daunting. Whoa, zero waste. How could I do that? There are little baby steps we can all take to do that. So what would you tell someone who's trying to tackle this and want to become zero waste?
Yeah, if this is your first time trying this out, I would really start small. Set up systems so that you remember to bring your reusable bag to the grocery store. Look for local refill and bulk food grocery stores and home goods stores in your area to see if you can bring your own container, fill up that container, bring it home with you. But even that can seem like a little much. So just bring your coffee mug to your local coffee shop and get that filled up. A lot of times there's a discount even for that. A lot of it is not so much about doing it, but also setting up a system so that you remember to do it. It's really hard, like, oh darn, I forgot my reusable bag again. So, putting that in your car, putting that right by your front door is going to be really helpful to remembering to do those things. And after a while, it'll become almost second nature. That's what I found with my water bottle. It's always with me, and after a while, that'll be the case for you too if you set up those systems that help you remember.
Yeah, becoming more self-aware is something that I think we all can do. It's funny you talk about the grocery bags. I have to admit, I was just at Trader Joe's today and got a little bit of things, so didn't need a lot. But yes, I did forget my bag. I got a recycle bag, so I will be using it again.
I've been that person to carry things out like this if I didn't have my bag, so no shame in that. But it's not about black and white. I'm going to do everything every time. It's about those small steps and doing those over and over again.
It's really important, and I think a lot of us, like we were just saying, we can reflect on ways we can make changes and move in that direction, and it's so important to give back to the planet that gives so much to us.
Absolutely, and you're setting a great example for the people around you. It may be hard to be on this journey and the people around you, your family, your friends aren't quite there yet, but just by setting an example, you are making the people around you really see how easy it can be and the impact that it has on the environment.
That is so true. Awesome, Emma. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. You look great in your green suit.
Thank you.